G'day and welcome to another episode of FriBaT, Friday Beers and Tools. This week we're going to have a look at a new beer. It's a startup company called Spinifex Brewing Company. They've sent me this F88 beer. I'll give you a little bit of background on the name of that in a minute. Just give you a quick look at the label and I'll put up a website screenshot as well. Spinifex Brewing Company is new in the craft beer industry in Australia. It's a veteran-owned business, and 50% of the profits that they make out of the F88 beer goes towards return servicemen and women, services, etc. for return servicemen and women. So it's a great cause to get behind. The F88 variety, there's a number of different boutique type beers that they've got in their range. F88 is named after the AUSTEYR, the rifle of the Australian Defence Force. It's known as the F88 Steyr, so that's how the beer got its name. I was going to tell you about it. One of their slogans is craft beer meets Aboriginal culture, and I believe a number of the other beers, which I haven't tried yet, are infused with different flavours from the bush. So I'm keen to give them a go over the next few weeks, hopefully. But today we're going to try the F88 Spinifex Premium Lager. Into the good old Yeti. Cheers for Friday afternoon. Wow, that's a really nice beer. I do like a lager, as I've mentioned before in previous episodes. Really got a really nice crisp taste. Very flavoursome. Hang on, I've got to have some more. Yep, that's got my seal of approval. Being a craft beer brewer, they're only a very small company and starting out, so if you can, try and find them. They're not in, I don't believe they're in the major supermarket type BWS, Liquorland type thing. They're usually in smaller suppliers, some hotels, etc. Here in the Northern Territory, or certainly in my local area, Catherine Hotel is one of the stockists of it. So yeah, I'll have some more. I think I've just found one of my new beers. Really good. I give that beer a full 5 spanners out of 5. That's a really nice beer. Top, well done, Spinifex Brewing Company. All right. This week's smaller tool, as I mentioned, I'm trying to do a sort of a smaller mechanical type tool, and then maybe an electric or hand tool. This week's first tool we're going to look at is the Gear Wrench 120 XP ratchet set. This set comes as a 4-wrench set with a small stubby 3/8 drive, a long handle 1/4 drive, a long handle 3/8 drive, and I'm not going to bother getting out the big one, a long handle 1/4 drive. One of the things that is really cool about these tools is they all have the flex head arrangement, which is really good for getting into tight spots. The other really fantastic feature about the 120 XP is it has a 3-degree ratchet movement. Now it's really hard for me to show this on camera, but most ratchets have quite a large throw before they ratchet to the next. And if you're in a tight area, especially for the quarter stuff and things like that, or even in an engine bay or just where your space is tight, that 3 degrees of movement, you probably, I'll put it close to my microphone, That's how much movement there is each ratchet tooth. I was a bit concerned when I first got them that may make them weaker, being such fine teeth, but apparently they are an excellent product from other reviews that I've read. And I haven't got a lot of gear wrench stuff. I've sort of bought a bit more over the years, mostly because of some other American YouTube channels have been using it, and it's reasonably new to Australia. It is made in China, of course, like most things nowadays, made under license, but it looks like their quality control is really, really fantastic. The finish on them is absolutely beautiful. The ratchet is superb, and of course it's reversing on each of them. And they come in a Kaizen type foam case, which of course has the multiple colours so that you can see straight away when a tool's missing. Kaizen foam is another excellent thing for toolboxes. Might have to do something about that one day too. Cost of this set, I believe, is somewhere around $179 to $199, which is pretty good for a set of 4 and the foam. I rate it. Very happy with them. Of course, for normal use, I will still keep using my normal ratchets. These are more of a specialty type ratchet for specialty, again, getting into tight areas for that fine movement. I've used the stubby 3/8 a lot because it's very handy and small to get into tight spaces. But I really like these ratchet sets, and so far I've bought a few gear wrench socket sets as well, and gear wrench seems to be very good quality. What do I rate the gear wrench 120 XP set? Better drink more beer first. The XP set, I give it a 5 out of 5 beer rating for use, for functionality, and probably a 3.5, 4 out of 5 for value. Pretty expensive for a set, but then again, it is a good addition to your set if you're sort of building a multi-function set. So yeah, I like the tools. All right, on to our next major tool. There's a bit of a theme going here. I think you can tell I really like Milwaukee stuff. I'm rather taken with Milwaukee M12 stuff for its compactness, and this is another product, another M12 product that I've had for a little while now, but as an electrician and part-time mechanic, a soldering iron, a portable soldering iron, is fantastic and means that you're not tied into the house supply 240 volt in Australia. It's compact and it's light. This is the M12 SI-0 soldering iron. It takes the normal M12 batteries as per the rest of the M12 range. I won't turn it on yet because I'm going to show you the tip. It has an 18-second warm-up, which is pretty amazing for the size of it. One of the things that's pretty cool about it is it's got a locking mechanism here, and it's got a three-position head so that you can get it into tighter areas. It is a little bit long as it is, and it's a bit heavy compared to a cabled soldering iron. But again, if you're in the field or working on an inaccessible space in a vehicle or a truck or whatever, then it's already worth its weight in gold to me. The really good thing is the tips are replaceable without requiring a tool. So it just screws in and then the tips slide into the end there. What else can I tell you about it? It has a set of LEDs, which I'll show you in a second, which go green when the tool is at full temperature, and then they stay red until the tool has cooled down, even after you've turned it off, so that you know whether or not the tool is hot. That's a pretty smart thing to do. As I mentioned, 18-second warm-up. The 2 ampere hour batteries, which is the most common size for the M12, will last about 45 minutes apparently in use, and most of mine are 2.5 ampere hours, so I'll get a little bit longer than that out of them. The tool, the soldering iron itself, only weighs half a kilo, 500 grams bare, which is pretty good. It does have a little bit of weight to it when the battery's on there, and it's a little bit out of balance, like it's a bit back heavy. But again, for getting into or getting away from house power and being able to use it remote, very handy to put in the toolbox. So let's turn it on. It has LEDs at the front here. The green light flashes until it's up to temperature. Like most Milwaukee products, it has a light on the tip because, of course, most of the time you're using these things in a tight space. It does have LED indicators above here to let you know how much battery life is left. That's now gone green, so that should be at temperature. Yep. And when you turn the tool off, as I mentioned, the LED lights stay red until the tool has cooled down. The light does go off reasonably quickly, but the red light indicates, which is a good safety feature, that the tool is still hot, and that will remain on whilst the tip is hot. Typical for Milwaukee's product line, 5-year warranty, which is excellent. Pardon me. It does have the nice rubberized grip like most of the other, or all of the other M12 tools that we've reviewed so far. So it is an excellent product to add to your Milwaukee M12 collection, which is getting bigger in my case. Would I recommend this tool? Most definitely. Very handy. I've got a number of soldering irons, being an electrician by trade, and this one definitely is handy for throwing in the kit. It's handy for getting into tight spaces away from house supply, as I mentioned, and this tool retails for about $154, which is pretty good. It's sort of a bit dearer than a lot of the portable butane soldering irons that you can get, but as far as I'm concerned, infinitely better. Means you don't have to carry any flammable fuel. Fits in with the rest of the M12 range, and that's clever marketing by all of these tool companies to create a range of tools that take the same batteries. And of course that means that you can buy the tool bare for $154 rather than buying it in a kit with a battery and a charger, etc. Same as what we've done for the other M12 tools that I've reviewed. So what's my verdict on the M12 SI-0? What a great piece of kit to add to your tool collection, especially if you do any remote work or field work. If you're working up under a dash where you don't have much room, it's reasonably compact because of its ability to flex. It is a little heavy for a soldering iron, but again, for how long the batteries last, how hot the tool gets for soldering, no problem with that. Excellent safety feature telling you that it's still hot. Excellent Milwaukee with the light. So for functionality, I'm going to have to change my ratings. I give this a 5 out of 5. Who would have thought? Fantastic tool. For value at $154, I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. I think it's pretty good value at $154. Again, it fits in with the rest of the Milwaukee M12 stuff that I've been collecting over the last couple of years, and a very good product. All right, that's a wrap for today. Look, I've got to give this a wrap again. Full disclosure, this was provided to me by Spinifex Brewing Company. However, I can 100% hand on heart tell you it is a bloody nice beer. A really good cause that they're doing, giving 50% of their profits to towards the services for returned servicemen and women of the Australian military. So I wholeheartedly approve of that. But my independent review of the beer is it's a bloody nice beer. Give it a go. F88 from Spinifex Brewing Company. Hopefully I can review a few more of theirs in the future. Anyway, that's it for this Friday's Friday Beers and Tools. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please share it around. Please like, share and subscribe the video. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me greatly to build my channel. And I'll see you next week for the next Friday's Beers and Tools. Cheers.